So on today's podcast, we'd like to welcome Andrew Ferris. He's the Development Officer and Program Director for the Children's Miracle Network. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And one of my first questions is going to be a little bit, tell us a little bit about yourself, Andrew, and how you became involved with the Children's Miracle Network.
Sure. Yeah, it's a kind of an interesting path on how I got to where I am today. So just kind of going all the way back to university, it's kind of when I first got introduced to the child health sector. So throughout university, I worked as a one-on-one autism specialist with kids across Manitoba. So I would go essentially to camps across Manitoba and work alongside a child with autism to kind of make sure that they're integrated into the programming and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I got introduced into child health and kind of started my passion there. But I just did a BA in psychology and I graduated university, got a job in the corporate world. And, I learned some valuable things, but kind of didn't really feel the passion was there. So I kind of did some research around what options I had for postgraduate education. And I actually found this nonprofit management and kind of business development program for nonprofits and charities program out in Toronto. And essentially I applied to it. And within a month, I was pretty much packing my bags and moving over to Toronto. So when I got to Toronto, I completed my program in nonprofit management and business development for nonprofits and charities. And then I ended up getting a job out in the Sick Kids, which is a children's hospital in Toronto. And I did some work in the corporate partnerships department. And then I was kind of faced with the difficult decision of, do I want to stay in Toronto or do I want to come home and bring what I've learned in Toronto back to my home community? And ultimately I decided to come back to Winnipeg just because, I love it here. It's my home. My friends and family are here. And one of the main reasons why I went to do that nonprofit management program was really to improve my home community. So essentially made the tough decision to leave all the excitement in Toronto and come back to Winnipeg. And from there, I got a job at Global Philanthropic, which is one of Canada's largest nonprofit consulting firms. So we worked alongside charities in Winnipeg, such as St. Amant, Marymount, and the Children's Hospital was also one of our clients. And it was through there I kind of linked up with the CEO there, and he brought forward this job to me, and I obviously accepted it because I just kind of had that passion for children's health at the beginning. And I always did really want to work at a children's hospital. So it was pretty much a no-brainer for me. So that's what brought me here today. And I've been directing the Children's Miracle Network program since July of last year. So just over a year now.
Yes, from the time we've spent together, I find you're very passionate about it, and I think you're a great fit.
I would like to think so. Let's hope.
Exactly. So for people that maybe they don't know that RE/MAX has a partnership with the Children's Miracle Network, and some agents choose to take part and some don't. We choose to take part, and we make a donation with every home that's sold or someone purchased with us. So can you tell us maybe a little bit about the partnership between the Children's Miracle Network and RE/MAX?
Sure. I'll just start kind of explaining what Children's Miracle Network is, just so people who don't know know. So essentially, the Children's Miracle Network is a large nonprofit organization that operates in Canada and the United States. And their main mandate essentially is to raise critical funds in support of specialized equipment for their local children's hospitals. So each state, each province has a Children's Miracle Network hospital. So ours would be the Children's Hospital HSC. And the Children's Miracle Network has a large portfolio of corporate partners, such as RE/MAX, who each have specialized programming campaigns that are designed to raise money in support of their local children's hospital. And really the main mandate is that, if we change the health of children, we change the health of the world. We change the health of children in Canada, we change the future of Canada. So that is really the core of Children's Miracle Network. And in terms of our partnership with RE/MAX, it's actually one of the longest standing partnerships in the Children's Miracle Network. So it's been operating since 1992. And Stephen, like you said, the RE/MAX agents have the option to donate certain proceeds from each sale towards the Children's Miracle Network, which goes directly to our local children's hospital and all the local children within Manitoba. So it's an exclusive program to RE/MAX, and the impact is huge. And it's just a great way that RE/MAX agents are able to engage with our children's hospital.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then, what kind of success has the partnership seen in Canada?
It has seen immense success. So just in terms of numbers, we have over 7,000 real estate agents in Canada that are taking part in this program. And in 2019 alone, I believe over 7.5 million has been raised just in 2019 in Canada.
Wow.
And that goes, again, directly to the local children's hospital. So, I mean, that's immense impact right there. It's huge.
Okay, so that kind of answered my next question too. What does it mean for the Children's Hospital and to have community partners and support such as RE/MAX?
It means everything, and I mean, just in the current times with COVID, community partners such as RE/MAX are really the ones that our Children's Hospital have relied on. I mean, with COVID, a lot of events, a lot of fundraising things have had to have been canceled. That brings in quite a lot of revenue for the Children's Hospital. So it's having our community partners like RE/MAX that continue these campaigns through COVID that really do pull us through these tough times. And our hospital has over 130,000 kids that come through our doors every year. And COVID or not, that's happening. That doesn't change. So I mean, having the community support throughout our ups and downs of the economy, whatever, it's just incredibly crucial for us.
So then in 2020, what will money be raised, like the money that's raised by the Miracle Home program, what will it be supporting?
Sure. So just every year through the RE/MAX program, there's kind of three pillars that we look to raise money for. So the first is revolutionizing treatment and care. Second is for frontline pediatric education and training. And the third is for creating healing environments. And for this year, we really focused on that third pillar of creating healing environments. So money raised is really going towards the child life department, which at its core essentially exists to make sure that children and their families have the best possible experience within the Children's Hospital, especially when they have to have long stays. So the child health department has specialized child health or child life specialists who essentially are trained specifically to make sure that these kids get the best care, their mental state is the best as it can be given the tough times. So some programs of the child life department include music therapy, clown therapy. They have specialized play spaces. They have a Children's Hospital TV station that gets aired all throughout the Children's Hospital. So again, it's just really meant to make sure these kids have a positive experience with the hospital, because it's very tough for them to be in the hospital. I mean, it's not fun, and it's equally as stressful for the parents as well to have a kid in the hospital. And with COVID too, it's really made things difficult in terms of visitations. So we've had lots of kids that haven't been able to visit with all their family members, and that's very tough for them. So it's then that the child life department really kicks into gear and distracts them and makes them as happy as possible. So that's really the main focus of funds from the Miracle Home program this year, which again is incredibly crucial and very timely with COVID being a thing.
Wonderful organization from the events that we've been out to, and it just and you see the kids light up when they see Dr. Goodbear, and it just
yeah. Dr. Goodbear is a staple. He's been around for years, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I imagine with COVID, it's been more difficult for visits like that to happen, and it probably not happening is what I would guess. And I'm just wondering, has that been happening with the television station that they have, or is there anything like that happens, or? So
yeah, I mean again, like you said, it's been difficult. So we've had to kind of be creative with how the kids are engaged. And the Children's Hospital TV station is one way that we can kind of get Goodbear in there and use it as a way to kind of make kids happy and distract them from the outside world and how they're not usually able to visit everybody they would be able to.
Great. So how do RE/MAX agents get involved in the Miracle Home program if they wanted to?
So it's pretty easy. I mean, each RE/MAX office has a broker, manager, and they would have all the information on how to sign up. So it's very easy. Essentially, they would have the information. You just fill out a quick form and submit it, and it's pretty much good to go. And I also encourage any Remax agent in Manitoba to reach out to me directly as well, just with any questions. I'm always welcome to answer anything. So, maybe I'll get you to share my contact information later as well.
Absolutely.
So it's a very quick process, really easy, and I'm always happy to answer questions on how to sign up.
Okay, great. So I like to lighten things up a little bit towards the end of the podcast and just find out a little bit more about you. Ask some of your favorite things. What's a favorite food?
Favorite food? Okay, that's a tough one because I like food a lot, and I'm gonna base it off of what I order the most on Skip the Dishes, and I think that'd be sushi. So it'd be sushi. I think would be my number one. Close second would be any type of pasta.
All right. So is there a plug for any sushi restaurant that?
Okay, I'm gonna give Yujiro on Corden a plug. I'll give them a plug for sure for my sushi. That's if I'm eating in. If I'm not eating in, if I'm getting an order, if I'm ordering in, I usually go to Wako on Corden. Those are my go-tos.
I'll have to check them out.
You should, especially Yujiro. I will say they are good. They know what they're doing.
Okay, great. How about what favorite movie? Do you have?
Favorite movie? I would have to say Wolf of Wall Street. Okay. It's a ride. It is a ride. A little bit raunchy, I will admit, but it's one of my favorite movies, and I've watched it like at least 5 times, and it's so entertaining. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. He's one of my favorite actors.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'd have to agree. He's a magnificent actor.
Yeah, I almost pretty much like every single movie of his. He kills it.
Yeah. And hobbies. Do you have a favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby? I think, well, it's kind of seasonal. So in the like nice months, I love hiking. So hiking and walking around in the outdoors is a big thing. Fishing, hiking, just spending time outdoors, swimming. That's definitely my main thing. In the winter months, kind of hunker down a little bit, but I like to go skating. I play drums, so I play drums here and there as well, and listen to lots of music. Obviously, watch Netflix and do all that fun stuff. And I like to be very social too. So lots of craft breweries and eating out for food and stuff like that.
Awesome. One of the things you just mentioned, hiking. There's a hiking trail that you've been on recently that.
Man! So I did my rounds in Manitoba today. So I pretty much did. I think I did around 10 or 11 hiking trails in Manitoba this year. And my favorite would probably have to be Hunt Lake Trail, which is our
favorite.
It's beautiful. I love that one. Second, maybe McGillivray Falls is really nice, but I don't know. I think Hunt Lake Trail is my favorite. It's a nice long hike, and even the whole portions along the lake, and it's just insanely nice. And it's pretty challenging too. There's some nice challenging parts which I love.
For the past 2 years, Alicia and I have been doing a kind of an Explore Manitoba every Wednesday. We take the afternoon off and we'll head out somewhere, and then we'll do a little bit of a post about it. And on social media, that's the thing that gets the most attention. And anytime we're out, someone said, "Hey, where are you going to this week?" And Hunt Lake is one of our favorite trails. McGillivray Falls is on our list that we haven't made it to yet, but we'll do that very shortly. And one that we've found was really unique is the Devil's Punch Bowl. Almost, a little bit of desert in the middle of Manitoba.
It does not feel like Manitoba, hey? I love that.
No, not at all.
And I think it's like there's very minimal positives of COVID, but one thing for me, and I think for a lot of other people, is that they've explored Manitoba a little bit more. Not necessarily by choice, but it's kind of forced people to kind of explore our own backyard a little bit more. And I know I have more than usual because, sometimes you'd be traveling other places, but I think that a lot of people are kind of learning to appreciate Manitoba a little bit more. And there's so many beautiful spots to go. So it's awesome.
Yeah, you just got to dress for the winters, and you can find beautiful things to do in the wintertime too.
I know, I'm not really ready, but it is what it is.
No. And one of the things you mentioned, music and drumming. So do you have a favorite type of music or favorite musician?
Favorite musician, I would have to say City and Color would be my favorite artist. Music, I like everything. I respect pretty much every genre. For me, for drumming, I really like the beats and rhythm. So you can find that in any music. So I really can't say I have a favorite genre just because I respect lots of music. But so I'd say City and Color. In terms of a little bit 90s, I would say Oasis would be my favorite band in the 90s. And yeah, I like everything. I don't know.
How long have you been drumming?
Since I was in grade 2. So
Wow.
a long time.
Yeah.
It was one of my first words was actually gums, and I meant to say drums.
There
So I
you
was talking
go.
about drums. Yeah.
So you were the kid that the parents loved. You made lots of noise.
Oh yes, I certainly did. Yeah, I still remember getting my first drum set. I don't even know how they dealt with that. I really don't.
No, great. So do you have a favorite day of the week?
Thursday. I like Thursdays. Um, I think it's because they have the anticipation of Friday being tomorrow. And I don't know. I feel like I'm the most productive on Thursdays, getting ahead, like getting everything done before the weekend and getting excited into the weekend before. So I'm gonna go with Thursdays.
All right. And that's the way it is. Sometimes when you have a deadline or something that it just gives you that extra push, right?
Exactly. And I feel like
Yeah.
Thursdays, that's my day. That's my day.
All right. My final question is, what would you say you're most excited about right now?
Right now, sounds a little bit weird, but I ordered a new table from StruckTube, table and chairs, dining room table.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to be getting that tomorrow, so I'm actually pretty excited for that. I know it sounds weird, but I like getting stuff in the mail. So I'm
Awesome.
most excited for that. I'm also really excited I live on the river,
Yeah.
of Sunburn River. I'm excited for that to freeze over because I'm really, really excited to, hopefully this year, the trail will be open, the skiing trail,
You get a
skiing
proper
down
freeze.
skiing down the common at Forks for some beers.
Awesome. Great.
Friends,
Well,
yeah.
you have to send me a picture with your table when it's all set up. Love to see it.
Absolutely. I'll send you a nice selfie with my table.
Perfect. All right, Andrew. I really want to thank you for coming on and doing this with us, and we wish you all the best, and hope that the Children's Miracle Network just continues to thrive and be successful.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Stephen. And again, thank you for, all your work. Personally, you're involved with the Children's Miracle Network program as well. So thank you. And thank everybody in Remax for, continuing the awesome support for our hospital.
Will do. You have yourself a wonderful day, sir.
You too. Have a good one.
Bye.